Starting. There you go. We are up and running. Guys, it's the heavy hitters. That's Josh Johnson you're looking at down there on the screen. My name's Steve Loper. He's Minnesota.
What's up?
I'm in North.
What's up, heavy hitters?
Look at him. He loves the heavy hitter talk.
I love the heavy hitter talk. You know, and in Minnesota, you're heavy, I don't know, heavy snow. Heavy.
Yeah. You're still covered, right?
Still covered, man. 22 inches of snow the other day.
I watched a couple of YouTube videos this morning of just idiots that put on their swim gear and they go out and they dive into the snow drifts and disappear into it.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Yeah,
with just swim trunks and no shirt or what?
Yeah. That's the whole thing. It was like a compilation of just idiots jumping out there in their swim trunks or their skeevies or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
that's crazy, dude. I think the only way you can do that if you've been in the hot tub for a while.
Yeah, but everybody jumped up screaming and crying. I didn't know what the point was.
Yeah.
So what's on the agenda today, bro? It's sort of like day one. Yesterday we tested the stream. We got it up and running. You know, it's not perfect yet. We're still sort of testing things out. But what do we have on the agenda?
On the agenda today, we've got some great stuff. I think we're going to talk about Twitch. We're going to talk about poker night. What was the other thing we're going to talk about? We're not talking about Musically today.
No, you said something about questions about retro, bringing stuff back or something like that.
Yes, yeah, because you know, I was on Twitter following the homeboy Gary V and LoperCon. It's National High Five Day, but there's also a trending hashtag right now that is hashtag Old Things I Want Back. So I wanted to put you on the spot and ask you hashtag Old Things You Want Back. But first things first, where did this LoperCon come from?
Oh, LoperCon. Let me share my screen with you right quick and show you the logo. So
the LoperCon heavy hitters, sucker.
So this. Let me see. Do I present to everyone? I don't know. But anyway, that's the LoperCon emblem right there. That's what I use for my Twitch channel. And how LoperCon came about was I grew up in Fayetteville. Family always said I was Scot-Irish. And for me, I was just born in North Carolina, raised in North Carolina. That's all I ever knew. But I wanted to attach to something. So I embraced the Irish culture. I loved St. Paddy's Day, you know, just anything Ireland I love. I have a good fake Irish accent that I'd bust out at parties after drinking and stuff. You know, it was kind of my thing.
Nice.
And Loper just ties into LoperCon like leprechaun. So I just, you know, came up. That's sort of been my screen name for all my social media accounts for years. It's my first, like, you remember AOL.com came out?
Oh, the instant messenger?
Yeah, like, well, you've got mail?
Yeah.
I was LoperCon at AOL.com. So, I mean, that's how old it is. It's old as crap. And that's how it came about, man. You know, and then like the House of Pain is sort of my theme for Twitch because when you're streaming poker, you can take the House of Pain concept and say, you know, it's painful being a poker player because people are always, you know, you lose your chips whenever you get your chips in good and it's painful. But also I can deliver the pain too whenever I get pocket rockets and hit an ace on the board and I know I knock somebody out of a tournament. So I'm delivering. It's the House of Pain in effect. You know what I'm saying?
Dang, heavy hitter in the house right there. So tell me, like, House of Pain, are you talking House of Pain is like in the old band? The
rap group.
The rap group, okay.
Jump around.
So, I mean, that's the only song I'm familiar with, I guess, is the jump around, jump up and get down. Is that, but
that was their #1 song, man. There's a ton more. You should listen to it. If you're ever on the stream and you drop bits, there's 3 or 4 songs that I use there, but it's not something I currently listen to. That's going way back to like 1994 or something like that. So
would that be like some hashtag Old Things I Want Back? Is like House of Pain? Some House of Pain?
I don't know that I would probably bring that back necessarily. I think for that question about what I would bring back, it would probably be pre-social media days. To be honest with you, as much as I love social media, it would probably be like cell phone days.
Damn.
You know, it's kind of weird, right?
That is kind of weird. So it'd be pre-social media days, pre-cell phone days.
You know, I remember getting my first cell phone. And my wife, actually, she was the first telephone number I put in that thing.
No shit.
It wasn't too long ago. It was like 2002. you know?
Isn't that crazy? Like, I mean, that's probably how I would describe it too. It wasn't that long ago, but I mean, '02, bro, that was like 16 years ago. Like, you know, that's which is when you think of it that way, like that's a teenager that's driving now, 16.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
kind of a long time ago.
Well, it is, but I still remember I was sitting on the back porch. I was renting a room from one of my buddies and sitting on my back porch. And I couldn't wait to get this little, it was a little tiny like flip phone, you know, and I was so excited.
The flip
Yeah.
phone and the razors and all that shit.
What would you bring back, man? What's something retro you'd be bringing back?
Man, that's a good question. And I like what you had to say about that, like the pre-social media, the pre-cell phone. I mean, shit was just so easy. Not easy, but it was like easy going. People were like paying attention and shit. Um, Definitely like good memories of that. Old what is the hashtag again? Old things I want back.
Yeah. Like I was thinking, a buddy of mine posted last night. He had busted out his old Nintendo, and it had Double Dribble and Blades of Steel and all these old games on it. But
Yes.
I mean, it's actually coming back. So even though it's hashtag things you want back or things you bring back or something like that, all that stuff is coming back around. Like vinyl's coming back around. The
Right.
Nintendo brought the Nintendo Classic back. So
Right.
whatever we say, besides maybe getting rid of social media and cell phones, I mean, that's never going away. But
Right.
whatever's gone away, it does have a chance to come back, it seems like.
You know, it's funny you say that, Double Dribble, because actually I bought Double Dribble on Amazon or eBay the other day. It should be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but now I got to find the gaming situation. So the whole reason I got that is probably a good lead into Twitch, right? You know, because we started talking about Twitch and streaming. And I'm like, what the hell could I do on Twitch? Because I'm not a poker player, although I'd like to learn how to play. You know, I'm not like a big gamer or anything, but I can do some retro. But I don't know who the hell would watch me fucking play retro Double Dribble or Contra or, dude, I tell you, Dusty Diamonds All-Star Softball was a good game. I don't know if you ever played that. The old
I don't know how old you are. We might be lapping a little bit.
Yeah.
In age groups and systems. Like I didn't play like the Sega Genesis and stuff like that. That was kind of like I don't know. It was right after I got into games. So I kind of like played my first game system, then skipped a couple systems before I upgraded. You know, we could be off. I don't know. I don't remember that game at all.
No, that's all NES. That's like Nintendo. That's the Double Dribble days.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my top Nintendo games were RBI Baseball.
Yeah.
Where you can make the ball, you pitch the ball, and you can make it go like this, you know?
Yeah.
I love that game. Karnov. Remember that?
No.
That was a good one. It was a good one. Contra, Double Dribble, Blades of Steel. I think RBI Baseball would be my most memorable Nintendo game.
Yeah. What about, I mean, you got a Super Mario Brothers, right?
Yeah. And Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I mean, those are the two I got on Christmas morning when I got the Nintendo. So
Punch Out was, yeah, that was good. You know, I was talking to my wife a couple days ago, or when I ordered this game, maybe it was 5-7 days ago. How much were those games back in the day? Do you remember?
I don't know. I imagine $20 or so.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it. All I know is they were expensive enough where I didn't get a whole lot of them.
I didn't get a whole lot of them either.
You know,
somehow we got our hands on them, borrow them from friends or something like that. But I know I didn't get many of them.
Yeah, I mean, just think there was no GameFly back then or any of that kind of shit, or GameStop or.
Well, you had said something about streaming on Twitch, and I don't even know that many people know what Twitch is. Like, you weren't too familiar with it whenever I brought it up to you, right?
No,
And so I'll give you a background on Twitch right quick. Twitch is just it's an online. It started off as an online gaming community. Now, when it started, I have no idea. I got into it about maybe a year ago or so. When the first poker player, I forget his name too. Jamie Staples is one of them, but there was a guy before him that started streaming poker online, and then the poker community really got behind it, and I jumped on board as well. But you can look at all the different channels and everything. And I'll share that screen right quick with you, Josh.
Yeah,
and I'll pull up a search for you guys to be able to see. You see that screen okay?
Yep.
All right. So this is
House of Pain.
Yeah, that's my Twitch channel there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in, like, we're just going to browse. So we're going to browse all the different channels, all right? So these are games sorted by popularities. Fortnite's the #1 game in the system. Right now online, there are 218,000 people viewing Fortnite. Just viewing people playing it. So I don't think the, and there's already like top viewers. So if we click on that, it takes us to this guy right here. This is Ninja. He's got 112,000 people following him. All right. The second highest stream is 6,310. So this guy is super duper popular. He's making a living off of Twitch.
Wow.
Yeah, 100%. And you can see all these different streams. These are all different streams. All of them playing just Fortnite. All right.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, we can go back and then we can switch to just different communities. So these are all the different communities. So you have gaming, and that's what it's known for. But you also have, like, let me see here.
Didn't you say like even cooking channels and stuff?
Yeah. I thought that's what this is going to bring up. That's channels, creative communities. Yeah, so here's music, animation, drawing, painting, illustration, game development.
Oh, food?
Yeah, woodworking, automotive. Like right now for, say, illustration, there's 691 viewers. It's obviously one of the smaller communities out there, but still, whoa, I don't know what this is. This is Buddha. I don't know what that is. This is somebody drawing stuff, but let me see. I want to make sure I pull up anything inappropriate. So we'll stick with woodworking. How about
that? So I guess that's the thing with Twitch, dude, that I guess I was going to ask you about is, so, I mean, do you get like a lot of inappropriate shit on there where, I mean, I suppose you could, right? Because it's kind of free reign.
No, you don't. Twitch has like these bots that sort of pay attention to your page, and people can report you and stuff like that. So the bots are there watching you. People can report you, and most people that stream on Twitch, they want to keep their stream alive in order for growth in the future. So if you do anything inappropriate, you're going to get banned. Right. So that keeps a lot of stuff out there. Most you'll get are trolls. I think Gary V's live, dude. Gary V's live. You want to go to him right quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure is live.
He's live on the Twitch?
Yep. This is live on Twitch right now.
Esports currently is like growing through it's kind of going through growing pains, right?
He's talking about esports, talking about playing games on Twitch, basically. That's what they're talking about.
Nice.
Mega produced situation. And so like you're seeing people sort of learn how to figure out how do we operate teams? How do we turn this into like a net positive venture for people who are investing in self-tickets and things like that? This is a space I love. Yeah. I want to remind everybody to go do your homework. There was a lot of
You hear that okay?
Yeah. So obviously he can't hear us, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But I'm watching him on my computer. And
yeah. But you could chat with him, right?
Yeah, I could definitely type in his chat.
I mean, not that he would obviously see it. He's probably got Tyler the Creator behind, or
it's in a formation.
He doesn't even have his chat wall up or his chat box up right now.
Yeah.
So this is strictly video.
Dude, like,
guys, people get scholarships to top universities to play esports.
Yep.
I mean, obviously that guy works his ass off and he's like always working, but like what cool shit. I mean, just like in the middle of the day, he's, just interviewing someone, talking about what he wants to talk about on Twitch.
That's what we're doing, dude.
I know. I guess that's what we're doing. He's just making a lot more money at it, but
he's been doing it for 15 or 16 years. We're talking, day 2. So
what day 1?
Yeah, day 1, day 2. Like who could?
Right.
We're not worried about money, obviously.
I know. Won't it be funny so you're right, because he talks about that shit all the time. I mean, if you follow Gary Vee at all, he talks about patience, and he started Wine Library 12 years ago. God, gosh, dude, I wonder how many people could be that patient. Well, like he said, for the first, I wonder if we can be that patient, dude.
None.
Quite honestly, because he said, you know, when he started Wine Library TV, he went 18 months without, you know, any followers, any likes, any views, all that kind of shit. I mean, what person can continue day after day, put out content, record themselves, do this silly shit? And, you know, I'm sure there's days that you're like, for what, you know,
Yeah.
but you keep grinding and,
Yeah. That's what,
you know, stay committed to bring in value to the heavy hitter community, man.
and it's slowly like, it's just building, yeah, or getting better at it every day too. So you start off like day 2, like, I mean, me and you're sitting in your house. I'm sitting in my house. We're, you know, scrub-a-dubbed up and we're just doing our thing. But over time, like, look at, well, did you see Gary Vee's setup? I mean, he's got, I mean, it's a studio, you know, and he didn't start off like that. You go back and look at his first wine videos and he was sitting here just like we are today. But
Right.
he had that patience, and it's so hard to have that patience, man. It is so hard. So I don't know. All you can do is try. That's all you can do.
All you can do is try. I think you gotta, you know, it's in one of the books that I love, and we'll probably come to talk about it as the days go on, but Straight Line Leadership. And it talks about these different distinctions. And, you know, it talks about like zigzag people, like going back and forth. Like us salespeople can relate to that the most, right? When you're on that sales roller coaster, you're doing the activities that make you money, but it gets hard to be consistent. And I mean, there are salespeople that obviously don't, that obviously aren't consistent either, whether it's like working out, training, eating, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, the distinction is trying versus being committed. And it's like, you know, are you committed to this thing, what we're doing, you know, every single day or 3 times a week, whatever it is. Like it's much more than a goal, because without talking about it too much and on a soapbox, it's, I mean, everyone has goals, right? And half of people's goals are just, I think, fucking made up because they want to sound good, you know, they want to look good. But like, what are you, like, I mean, big fella, what are you truly committed to today, come hell or high water? Like, you're like, there's no fucking way I'm going to bed without this being done. It might be fucking scraping your tongue, I don't know, but
No, don't start on the tongue scrapers, man.
Okay, sorry, dude.
My number one thing would be my kids. You know, just making sure that they know that their dad's here for them. They're proud of their dad, and their dad loves them. Period. Point blank. That's my first goal. It's my last goal every single day. Like, that is I tell people sometimes in job interviews, the only thing I ever knew I was going to be good at and will be good at my whole life is being a dad. Period. And I've devoted all my energy to that. That's my first, and really my top goal, and I'm going to always keep it there. You had said something about like trying versus committing to it, and that made me think, like, we have to try this first. Like, I'm not committed to this right this second. Right now we're trying to get comfortable with the idea of it, and we're giving it a shot. We're dipping our toe in the water, but I'm not going to say yes today. We're going to decide today if we're going to do this, you know, every day for a year. I'm not quite there yet, you know?
Yeah.
So it's, as far as committing, I committed to my kids, you know?
Yeah.
No matter what. But other than that, you know, it's hard to commit, you know?
It is hard. It is hard to commit, dude. People have commitment phobia.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you even find that with like marriages and shit. What are the divorce rates like at 50, 60%? Like, yeah. Anyways, but no, I hear you, man.
So Twitch, just starting a Twitch account, man, stuff like that. Streaming, you can stream anything and everything that you could ever think of. They have an in real life stream. So basically, if we were streaming today, I would say we would probably be in the in real life stream, or they have a podcast stream. They have a talk show type stream. So we would probably be placed into one of those. But you could play games, you can play poker, you can play live blackjack with those live dealers online and stuff like that. There's absolutely no end to what you can do. And there's a lot of really good communities. You saw the other night I got to host a poker stream for one of my buddies who plays poker professionally, owns his own poker training site. He's got a huge following. He was out playing live poker and allowed me to take over his stream for the night. So I got the guest host, and I got to have, like, you know, 30, 40 people in my chat, which to me, that's a lot. I don't have a big following on Twitch. And it was just nice. It was fun. It was like kind of like being a DJ because I was playing music. I was playing cards. The chat was full with the community who already knows each other. So they're chatting back and forth, cheering each other on. They're interacting with me. I'm interacting with them. And it was just an absolute blast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That got me kind of hooked.
Yeah, that was cool, dude. I mean, you had the strobe lights on and you were having a couple beers, and I could tell, you're playing some Petey Pablo and some
Twisted Around Your Husband Like a Helicopter.
It was good. Some Michael Franti, some Ganja Girl or whatever that was.
Yeah, some people were, I was taking requests. I would just put in there,
right.
Alexa play ... and people would fill in the ... with their song request, and I'd just tell her to play it. She'd play it, and we'd go on about her day. She's about to say
that was awesome, dude. Well, so I was going to mention, one thing I didn't realize about this whole Twitch thing is, so I noticed a couple times when I logged in. So first I had to create an account or whatever.
Yep.
And I logged in, and then I saw like an advertisement right away. I forget what the advertisement was. But I was like, holy shit. Like, you talk about like where the eyeballs are at and how, I mean, Gary talks about it all the time with, these companies spending big money on TV and nobody watching TV. Well, I mean, how underpriced are like Twitch commercials?
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
I mean,
we're taking like a Twitch streamer, like that guy Ninja has 114,000 people following him right now.
Yeah.
He's the upper price point in getting him to wear your gear or to promote your hat or to wear a patch on his arm. But that guy was 5,000. We talk about influencers in social media. Well, the guy with 5,000 viewers, that's second behind him, that guy Ninja right now. Like he's reachable. He's got 5,000 viewers. I mean, his door is not busting down. And that's whenever you call, you offer him some type of value. And he's giving you shout outs to his 5,000 followers. And maybe you find a stream that you're attached with. You talked about yesterday, like who are we going to target, and find a stream of an audience that you think you have something to offer to, and then find a streamer who's got a good audience, is a good influencer, and then team up with them.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why, kind of just talking about, I guess trying versus commitment and like doing, I mean, like we were talking about the other day, I mean, you can ponder and you can think all you want. But I would say this is where, like, don't call it trying or commitment, but like, I think it's fucking awesome, dude. Like we actually took action today on this. Like, trying would have been like, oh, let's research a little bit more, like exactly how this thing is supposed to go, how it's supposed to go down, or, we're not going to even start to try until we know who our target audience is. It's like, screw it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's more that do.
Yeah. Do. Take action. So
didn't I send you that link to my podcast about the guy that says do it?
Yeah. What was his name? Arthur or Ray or?
It was Art something.
Art. Yeah. Art.
Do it till the job gets done.
Do it.
Well, sir, what if I came from a place and I had 15 accounts and I'm starting with you from the beginning? He says, you really got to do it.
You really got to do it and do it and do it and do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Do it.
So that's essentially, I guess we could take out the we're trying today to we're doing it today.
Exactly. I like that, dude. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Like, it's kind of cheesy or corny. It is what it is, but like that language that we use is like so important, dude.
Yeah.
So, so important. Like, I mean, even like when we're like, I'm not a coach or whatever, but like I can imagine as a soccer coach, hockey coach, baseball coach, just like, are you trying to run the bases hard? Are you trying to score goals? Like, fuck no. I'm putting this, I'm going to be a good teammate first, but we're going to score some goals. We're going to score early. We're going to score often. Points on the board, baby.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that possibly, this is going down another road, dude, but you talk about bringing the old times back and like if we could do without social media and cell phones, it's almost going to be reversed in a way where like the programming up here and the mindset is going to be like even more important than like ever before. Like that's going to be like your retro shit. Like the way that we can, we just use language and like I think teach our kids and teach younger people like, it's all about mindset and up here,
Yeah.
As corny as that is, but
and I try to stay up on all aspects of social media, and it's not just because I enjoy it so much, but I know, I'm a believer that it's going to be around forever, and I'd make an attempt to stay cutting edge, not for myself, but also for my kids, like so I know what's going on, and I know there's apps out there that might say like, math quiz, and really be like a social networking platform that you have to hide from that I might never, know anything about or hear about, but at least I'm making an effort to get in there and know, like I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're talking about Musically. I'm on Twitch, like all the major ones I got pretty much covered,
Right.
And it's a matter of staying like up and trending. Like one of Gary Vee's top things is whenever he's hanging around and there's teenagers around, what apps are they using? What's their favorite social media? And I ask that question a lot to see, what they're using, so I can make sure that I'm staying, try to stay cutting edge anyway.
Right, for sure. Stay current and stay relevant.
Yep.
For sure, man.
Yep. You had talked about soccer coaching, man, or you're coaching. You mentioned soccer. You do know I'm a soccer coach, right?
I do.
Yeah, that's away from social media. That's getting kids outside and getting active at this day and age.
Love it.
Just real quick, man, we've got I'm obviously not going to say any names or anything, but my team has 14 players on it. I'm the only coach with no assistants. And the other, say 3 weeks ago, we had a practice and it was absolutely horrible, right? We got one kid there who all of a sudden will start doing the, what do you call that dance where they're swinging their arms?
The backpack dance.
I don't know. It's not the backpack boy does it, I think. But there's a name of the dance. Well, anyway, he'll start doing the dance, and then next thing you know, another kid will start doing the dance. I'm like, guys, we're at soccer practice. It ain't time to dance, What are you guys doing? And I'll say, stop what you're doing. Let's go run. And I send the whole team off to run, and then I send them back. Well, then the next week, that was a horrible practice. Next week, though, the dancing kid wasn't there. Practice was beautiful. I could run like these triangles, sort of playing keep away, where you have, you have a triangle, 3 people on the outside, person in the middle, and they can pass it here, they can pass it here, they can move around to be open. They should never get the ball, right? And that ran perfect. Well, then the last practice, dancer was back. It was like a bomb fell in practice, man. It was all over. It was absolutely all over.
Oh man, isn't it crazy how like one person, like one, not bad egg or bad apple, but it's crazy like how one person can have that much.
One person can, man. Absolutely. It's toxic. It's like having that person at your job that is Debbie Downer, that that's maybe, I don't want to say the word depressed because I know that's a serious type thing, but just the Debbie Downer, the negative Nancy, like, oh man, they can really, really make an effect on people, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. So in what age are you coaching?
I'm coaching under 8.
Under 8, dude, that's got to be tough, man.
Oh, it is tough. It is tough.
I can't even imagine. Under 8, and like what age ranges? Is it like from 6 to 8 then?
No, it's like 7-year-old, 8-year-olds.
7-year-old, 8-year-old. Yeah. So yeah. First grade, second grade, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say most of them are second graders.
Dude, I'm so jealous that, I mean, we're dealing with like 30-degree weather. I think it's actually supposed to be like 40 something today. It's
summer for you guys.
I'm pulling it up. Yeah, we can't even play soccer right now. Oh, it's 49 degrees and sunny today.
Look at here.
75. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's heavy hitter weather, dude.
Dude, I've been trying to tell you. 75. Man, that is absolutely perfect. And look at the sunshines. There's not even a cloud. There's not even no clouds.
It's just gorgeous, dude.
It is. You know?
That's so for all the heavy hitters that are going to hear this someday when they're out there running or on the golf course or what have you. No, people don't really listen to anything on the golf course, do they?
No.
Not really good golf etiquette. Is it shows how much it's one of those things, dude. I keep telling myself, I'm like, this is going to be the year I'm going to take golf lessons, and again, trying. I'm gonna, I'm gonna dip my toes in it, or I'm gonna try golf this year. Well, if it's not on the calendar, and that's why I loved your idea about the content calendar, dude. That's
production calendar.
And I mean, like you said, I mean, if we're going to talk to each other, we might as well record it, because there's been a couple times where there's been some pretty good nuggets that have come out of it. So I mean, it doesn't have to be every day. I don't have to become your second wife or anything like that. But
I mean, that's what podcasts are. Shit, it'd be fun to pull somebody on in here one day too. Like if you have a buddy you want to talk to about something, like ask him to come to your podcast. Like he doesn't know the difference.
Right.
All he has to do is open up a link and have video and mic access. And like people don't know how serious somebody is. It's the beginning of things. Sure, it's small beans now, but everybody's got to start somewhere. And
sure.
We have a list of like 5 things that we want to get from them.
Right. Well, and think of how cool it would be if we stay consistent at it, whatever that looks like. But we end up going to Agent 2021 again, and maybe getting OG Gary V on the podcast.
I'm sure that would be doable. We'd have to just go live right then. Have our laptop sitting there.
Right. Yeah. At that point in time next year, he's gonna have so many flipping people that wanna. But that is probably the one thing that I was gonna mention. We started talking about Gary V. The best investment that I made, that $2,000 VIP ticket, meeting you, and
Yeah, you're the best thing that came out of that conference for me, was I got a good friend, and how many are you, 1,000 miles away or something like that?
Yeah, dude, I'd like to know. I should almost plug it in.
You're surrounded by the people with the same sort of ideas and common interest and stuff like that. Yeah,
I know. And I was thinking the same thing, dude. I mean, just how like random, like we just happen to like sit next to each other. Like, what if we never sat next to each other? Well, yeah. It's just crazy how things work out sometimes. Did you want to talk more about Twitch? We kind of like, that's a thing, dude. I apologize. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the board sometimes, but.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know what to show you. I can show you what some streams look like or something like that.
I mean, otherwise, if that's probably good, I guess. I mean, we kind of saw some different topics, and
Casey Neistat and Gary V have just jumped on recently. I don't know. It's just I guess we brought some attention to it. And if anybody ever has any questions or something, they can put in the comments below. I'll get a notification of any comments that go on through YouTube. And then maybe we can clip out some pieces of this. I'll be able to download anything that we record and then take it to that MP3 cutter. And if anything funny was said or if I catch you picking your nose or something like that, I'll be able to clip it and put it on social media.
I love it. Love it, dude. So, like, how hard is it to set up a Twitch channel or whatever? Like, I mean, it's pretty cumbersome. That's almost like a separate like video, right? Like how to properly set up a Twitch channel.
First thing you do is you download a program called OBS. It's a free download. It's called Open Broadcast System, and they either have it for like Windows, they have it for Mac, they have it for Linux or something like that. And I've got Windows, so you just click on that. That downloads the software to be able to share your screen and stream. And then within that, you have to set up your overlay. Your overlay is where I have all that Lopercon stuff around the screen, so you can set up your. Now, designing the overlay, I paid somebody to design mine, but now I'm getting to the point where I can kind of figure it out, just because I've started clicking on more buttons and messing around with things. But you design your overlay, and then basically whatever you want to stream, you start streaming. You hit the start streaming button on your OBS system that's up, and it projects this screen over here. So I have 2 poker tables on this screen, on my main screen, and there are these two perfect squares. That's where I put my poker tables at, and then the camera and stuff like that is all set up within that OBS. I don't know how it all attaches. I'm definitely no pro.
So, as far like, do I have to go get a special camera then?
You would need, well, no, you could stream on your laptop.
Just like I am now, just using this.
If your laptop's capable. I mean,
Okay.
because it sucks. OBS sucks a lot of processing power. So before I got my new computer, I had a computer that was like 10 years old, and I was trying to stream, and I just couldn't do it. Well, the reason I couldn't do it is because my computer was so old, it didn't have the processing power for me to be able to do it.
Okay, got you. Do you know what kind of processing power you need?
Well, I'll tell you what I've got, and it's still kind of weak. And this is a fairly new computer. I just texted my buddy because I was trying to upgrade it. Hold on a second. Yeah, so mine right now, my processor is an Intel Core i5-7400, 3 gigahertz, whatever that means.
Yeah, and that's all kind of foreign to me too. So it's like 4700, 4 gigahertz.
7400, 3 gigahertz.
3 gigahertz.
And then he said that I could upgrade my processor to a i7-7700 because it uses the same socket. So it's basically like a microchip processor.
Oh, okay.
You pull the other one, you can put the other one in, uses the same socket, and I might be able to double my RAM as well if that's what's causing my system to bottleneck or to choke up.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those things like, all right, well, how do I order a processor? Like, how do I install? I don't know any of that stuff. You know?
Yeah.
And it's $300 for me to buy the Core i7-7700 quad core, whatever, you know?
Okay. That's not too bad. I mean, it's not chump change, but I was thinking it was going to be a lot more than that.
I'm typing in Maple Grove, Minnesota. So from Cary, North Carolina to Maple Grove, Minnesota, it is 1,229 miles. That's the shortest route.
1,229 miles?
Yeah.
National High Five Day.
Yeah. Oh. Bam.
1229. The 1229 Club. Maybe that, see, you never know where.
Yeah. Looks like Indianapolis is like the halfway point.
We might need to do that someday with the podcast. Meet Gary there and the Vayner Sports. Talk some Vayner Sports and some fantasy football.
Never can tell.
You never know, dude. It's still so crazy to me. I mean, just kind of back to the old things I want to bring back. I mean, again, the good old days before all this social media bullshit and cell phones. But now you have this. You get that processor. I mean, this is like it takes the middleman out, dude. And like this is like real world type Big Brother shit. Like everybody is like a freaking media company now. Like, I mean, seriously, like I almost think that back in the day, I think people wanted to be signed to like MTV Real World or, they want to be like Ryan Serhant with Bravo. But dude, I almost think it's better like being like you and I, a couple up and comers, being, free and independent, doing whatever you want to do. And yeah, I mean, if you got it, you got it. Maybe I don't got it, but at least you can fucking try. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
back to that try word. It's
like with MTV and all that stuff. And I listen to a lot of the same stuff you're talking about. But we all have these, right? And
right.
This is a ticket to whatever the hell you want to do.
Right.
If our parents didn't have these, their parents didn't have these. And this is the game changer. This is what cut out the middleman, because you can take your, like on Musically, I hear Gary talk about all the time on Musically. If I was a singer, if I was an artist trying to make it, I'd be you need to be putting out content every single day. Yeah. And before you couldn't. You were making a mixtape and dropping it off to DJ Quad and hoping he'd play it for you.
Right.
What's up with you and DJ Quad? Do you know this guy or something? Or are you just a huge fan?
DJ Bonix?
Bonix, there you go.
Yeah. So, do you know who that is, or you just know who it is because I
know who it is. He is somebody popular's DJ, right?
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa's DJ. But I went on. You liked a couple of my Twitter posts over the past couple of days, so I logged on to your Twitter account, and I saw you like DJ Bonix, DJ Bonix, DJ Bonix. Yo, what up? Give me a shout out, DJ Bonix. Shouting out DJ Bonix. You know.
That's because
Monday to win something.
Monday through Friday, he does the High Noon Mix Show from like 12 p.m. Central Time to like 12:30. Sometimes it's 12 to 1. Sometimes that's on Fridays though. But he'll like, you know, he's got the 2 turntables and he'll like mix shit together, you know, and not just do the artificial computer stuff.
Yeah.
Actually like mixing stuff in, and it's just really cool. And plus he's just like a super cool, like down to earth guy. Like he comes on at 10 a.m. and he always like starts with like some kind of like positivity or empowering like word of the day. And it's also cool because it's Go 95.3 Go Radio that you can actually get the app, but it's like one of the only local radio stations. I mean, this isn't.
I got to cut it short, man. I got to roll. I got to go pick up my kid.
Oh shit, dude! It's so much fun. All right, dude.
I'll holler back at you, brother.
All right. Peace out, heavy hitter.